We are live and direct. It is windy and cold tonight. I don't know what's going on with this weather. It was just 90 degrees a couple days ago. Now it's freezing out here. But stepped outside for a minute because yeah, I was smoking inside yesterday. I don't like it. The room starts stinking, so but we are on and we are live. It's Monday night. A little late, but better late than never, I guess. What's up, Ezekiel? You're like almost always the first one in here. That's awesome. Hope you're doing well. How's the weather out there? It went from like 90 degrees to it's about 50 degrees and windy right now over here. It's some crazy ass weather. Let's see here. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. I should be getting paid. Oh, it sucks. It's supposed to rain today. Yeah. So yeah, out on the front porch, having a smoke. About to head back into the studio, if you will. And it's late over there. Yeah, I know you're a couple hours ahead. What's up, Jennifer Miller? Welcome in. Welcome in. Hit that like button, guys. And if you're new, be sure to subscribe. Just out on the porch having a smoke. About to take it inside. It's cold. It's cold here. Enjoying a rainy night here. Nice. So, hope everybody had a good weekend and their week is off to a good start. It is late on Monday now. And just getting in one more live before it's time to go back to work. You like new rock music? Says Mason Perkins. What's up, Mason Perkins? I don't know. I'm sure there's some that I do. I'm kind of all over the place with my music. I'll listen to some country. I'll listen to some hip hop. I'll listen to some R&B, some like Metallica or like I like that older rock, Guns N' Roses, stuff like that. Look up Warplay. Okay, yeah, I'll check it out, definitely. Appreciate that. Yeah, like I said, my music taste is kind of all over the place. Like when my playlist is going, it could be anything popping up next. But you look like a Tool kind of guy. Tool's all right. AC/DC is definitely cool. Definitely cool. There's a song I like a lot. It's called "Monsters" by James Blunt, I think it is. Uh, I'd seen there was a guy on American Idol that sang that, the Hawaiian guy, and I looked up the original one, and I love that song. The Beach Boys are cool too. I got them on the playlist as well. The Kings of Leon and the Black Keys had a baby. Yeah, I'll have to check it out, bro. So,
Are you live right now?
yeah. So I'm heading in now. The wife just finished redecorating the living room. Should I give you guys a glimpse?
Are you really showing our house now?
It looks nice. Yeah, yeah, the wifey hooked it up. There's a little glimpse inside my world. Black eyed peas or red hot chili peppers. I like the chili peppers. I'm just fascinated by the human lives, everyone pursuing their goals in their capacity. Prime example is this. These streamers, each one of you are unique as I look into you chasing your own goals. Yeah. All right, let me set this thing down and take a seat. Yeah, I got started late in life chasing my goals, if I'm being honest. I dealt with addiction for a lot of my younger years. And, that's part of the reason I do this channel is, don't be like me. Like maybe me now is a good example. But, I really didn't start chasing anything until I was like 33. And, life is pretty good, but I can only imagine how much better it would have been if had I started earlier and not went down that path of addiction. So, I guess that's my message is, the party might seem fun, but you're just setting yourself back. And then the incarceration and the prison time that comes with it just sets you back even further. So, I was one of the fortunate ones that got out of prison. I didn't do a whole long time or nothing, but, I was fortunate in that aspect, but I did do a bunch of time in the county jails. And, like 18 to 32 is 31, somewhere around there. It's all a blur. Um, but, looks like Stormy wants to be a part of the live tonight. Turn around and say hi to the people. Look over here. Look over here. Look over there. Say hi. That's Stormy, dog. Come on, get down, girl. Get down. Come on. Get down. Go. No. Stop. Let's see, what did I miss? I sing in our song called Raw, and I do backup vocals in all of our other songs, just recorded with Cage Elephant. Nice. That's awesome, Mason. Am I talking about the band or food? Do as I say and not what I do. Yes. I'm good, Super Zero. Hope you're well also. Appreciate that, Sukhoi. Addiction took my youth. Now I'm in my 40s. I'm going after my dreams in Christ. Yeah, absolutely. Don't look at the mountain, just start climbing and don't fall down. What the dog doing? The dog wanted to be a part of the live, I guess. That's my Stormy dog right there. She's getting a little older now, but good dog. Good dog. Did you know that Jesus loves you and that he is real? Absolutely. What's up, boys gaming? How you doing tonight? Jason, that is not a good comment. You're gonna have to go, buddy. Yeah, we don't do that around here. So, anyways, yeah, I went out and did some Amazon Flex earlier with my daughter, Ramona, one of the super moderators, and man, we went on a mission. Amazon will send you anywhere and everywhere. We ended up on this dirt road, it was windy coming around, and then the GPS said turn right, and we looked to the right, and the road is going up into the heavens. Yes, we did, Ezekiel. And potholes and stuff, and we said, no, I don't think so. That's not a road for a Toyota Camry, that's a road for a Ford 4x4 pickup. Or something to that extent, you know, like a rock crawler, maybe a Jeep 4x4 or something. Yeah, that was bad. It was already getting dark, like it was, oh man, it was not good. But my daughter definitely showed good judgment. She said, I don't think we can make it up there. I said, yeah, I think you're right. So we had to turn around. What's up, DeWid? How you doing? Blessings to you as well. I had to make a 30-point turn like on some Austin Powers type of shit to get turned around. Man, yeah, it was a pretty wild adventure. But, you know, it's a good little side hustle for the most part. And you're right, Bill, all glory to God, definitely. But yeah, that was kind of our day to day. No, I'm not in Thailand, Mr. Appleskin. I'm in California. Ian Knight says, please open Wikipedia on Corinth cider parameters and read it. Very important. Okay, I'll check it out after we're done here. Appreciate that. Am I near Sacramento? No, I'm in the high desert of Southern California. We all forgive each other on earth. Once he repents, he will hell be ended. I don't know. Don't know. Satan Khan. What's up, man? Just making sure you know, because eternity isn't a joke. Please take God seriously. Hell is real. Love you, brother. Stay strong. Same to you, Slash. Appreciate you. Physics aren't real. God didn't make those. Okay. Greetings from India. What's up, Phyllis Brown? One gorilla versus 100 chihuahua. Who wins? Now that's a good question. Ram Jr. says, Bobby, wish you a good health. I appreciate that. We don't need to know science because it comes from fallen angels. God told me the current cinder perimeters of the phase space of a... okay. I learned that from the book of Enoch. Okay. Looks like Cam wants a timeout too. Because he's a dumbass. There you go. If you're a dumbass, that's what you get. Help breaking into Daryl's house. Pray for me. Liberty Bible Institute says, I really need help breaking into Daryl's house. I'd rather not know. I think the Chihuahuas win, says Mr. Appleskin. I could see him in a Netflix drama. Yeah, the chat is very interesting tonight, that's for sure. If you're new here, be sure to subscribe. And do me a favor and hit that like button if you would be so kind. Like the kidnapper. Wow. I don't know, Mr. Appleskin. Let's be nice to one another, okay? This channel is about recovery and sobriety, not about insulting other people, you know? What's up, Jester Hero? Hope you're doing well. Yeah. I don't know what the heck is going on in here tonight, but committed a violent breaking and entry under the influence of angel dust. Sexy Latina says, like and subscribe. Thank you, baby. What's up, belligerent? Hope you're doing well. Got to learn to get along, Ezekiel. Can I ask a question about sobriety? Absolutely, JFK. I would love to see a question about sobriety. I'll do the best I can to answer it. Help, I am suffering, apparently, is a chomo. Interesting. No, not from the Midwest, belligerent. I'm from the West Coast, Cali. There is very little sobriety in twist param. I don't know what that word is. No, I don't speak Hindi. Twist parameters. Okay. So, yeah, this is an interesting one tonight for sure. Hit that like button, guys. Chat's going crazy, but only 4 likes. For some time now to punish myself for destruction and violence. I was clean for 5 years, just relapsed last Friday in Clear. Sorry to hear that. Ran it up on Clear. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that. Were you working a 12-step program? And if so, what do you think? What happened there? In the chat, getting on my nerves. Yeah, I know, it's all over the place. A bunch of comments popping up, but yeah, I don't know. Joel Central tonight, I think. Belligerent, I'm just sipping on some coffee. That's about that's about the hardest thing I do these days. Got really drunk and just happened to will help with that. Okay. Like I said, I'll check it out a little later. Do I drink chai? I don't know what that is. Yeah, I have 4 kids and 10 grandkids. What's up, Baba Cha? Hope you're doing well tonight. It all started when I got initiated into a satanic coven. Okay. India drink. Yeah, no, I don't know what that is. Thanks for starting the obvious Ian night. I have 10 grandkids. 4 kids, 10 grandkids. What's your good day, mate? What's up, Vanden Escobar? Hope you're doing well. Throwing Indians out. We can't just group everybody like that, belligerent Chad. You know, you can't just put everybody in one box. Nicholas says, I just subscribed to you. I appreciate that, Nicholas. Do me a favor, guys, hit that like button if you would. Who cares if he's satanic? I don't know what. I must have missed something there. Absolutely human first. This chat is crazy. Yeah. What was that? Bez Bakumar says, hello, how are you? I'm good. I'm in the U.S., California. I arrived and just heard that. LOL, just asking. I'm not sure what the question was. Just double tap your screen and it likes for you, says Nicholas. Appreciate that, Nicholas. And humbled beneath Christ in this moment. Okay, cool. But in another, I will be deep in prayer and rebuke. I'm in my 50s, belligerent. Remember me from last stream? I asked you for advice. I do remember you, Gabriel. Yes, I do. How you doing? Glad you made it back. You were on here last night. I do remember that. I'm sorry, I don't remember exactly what the conversation was, but yeah, it was a good live. Yeah, definitely. That's good advice. Okay, let's hear it, Gabriel. I'd love to hear some good advice. I just have a lot of life experience, you know. I'm not an expert at anything, but you know, I have been sober for like 20 years, a little over 20 years now, so God's 10 Commandments and become holy through Jesus Christ. All right. Okay. I do my best to follow those commandments. So, I'm a truck driver, and I have wonderful children. Definitely. And wonderful grandchildren, for that matter. And luckily, due to the fact that I found sobriety, I'm able to enjoy them, you know? I don't know any good female parakeet bird names because I'm having trouble with that, and I already named one. Yeah, I don't know about that one, Nicholas. So, yeah, we went out and did some Amazon flexing earlier, delivering some packages over in the Victorville area. Can you be my uncle? I'll call you Uncle Bobby from now on. Okay. And they're on my desk right now. Okay. Feathered being into the wild. Okay. One in there. So what do you name the other one, Nicholas? No, I've never been to India. That guy's making me laugh, right? Yeah, we're kind of all over the place on this one. But yeah, we were out delivering packages and we ended up on this dark, windy dirt road, and it was trying to send us to the heavens. Literally and figuratively. Put yourself around good people because betrayal doesn't come from an enemy. The one closest to you are the ones who can hurt you the most. Man, that's very good advice, Gabriel. Very good advice. No doubt about it. You know, you have to surround yourself with people that are living the sort of lifestyle that you want to live. And you're going to give yourself a better chance to live that sort of lifestyle if you do that. If you're hanging around a bunch of people that are hustling for dope, you're gonna be another one, you know? How is Trump administration? I don't know. I don't really do politics on here. So maybe if someone else wants to answer that in the chat, they can give you more of that, but we don't want to do too much on politics because the channel's about recovery and addiction, and I don't want to turn anybody off with that. You know, some people say, oh, you support that guy, then I don't support you, type of stuff. So I don't get into that stuff on here. But I appreciate the question. Did you say you were in India? I'm curious what the rest of the world thinks of him. And think for yourself. Don't let others control you. Don't let others' opinions become your reality. The worst people will act like your friend and then bring you into... No doubt about it, you know? And I've said that before, you know, if somebody's offering you drugs or alcohol and you don't do those sort of things, then that's not your friend. That's just somebody that's miserable that wants some company. If I'm being completely honest, you know? Um, One thing I will say is when I was dealing drugs, if somebody would call me to try to get something and I knew that they didn't use, I wouldn't sell to them. You know, I wouldn't do any business with them at all because I knew what that stuff does to people. And my way of thinking was if you're already on it, then that's one thing, but I'm not going to get you started on it. So, no doubt about it. And, you know, the thing is that everything is learned behavior. If you are an addict or an alcoholic, you had to learn to be that way. Like if you're doing drugs, you didn't know how to do that stuff without somebody bringing you into the fold and saying, look, you do this and you do that and you do this and you snort your line and, you know what I mean? Or you shoot it to a needle or you put it in a pipe or however you do it, you know? Somebody brought you in and showed you the way because they were miserable and they wanted company. Period. So I wouldn't say anybody that showed me the way had my best interest at heart. You know, if anything, they just wanted to use him, buddy, and maybe they thought I was a cool guy or something. I don't know. But, you know, the first time I used actually was almost like an accident. And, you know, I didn't have any intentions of getting high that day. I'd never been high. And next thing you know, I'm high. So somebody put something in front of me and I said, well, let's see what the hype's all about, kind of thing. And, you know, that basically ruined the next 15 years of my life. So a true friend will help you. Exactly, Gabriel. War is going on everywhere. I agree. And I just hope that they're able to get peace in these situations because, yeah, I mean, between, you know, you got Russia and Afghanistan, you got Israel and basically Iran and all their proxy groups, and now Pakistan and India, like you have nuclear powers there. And, you know, it's pretty scary. What's up, JC? How you doing tonight? I don't know. I didn't know that you were banned, JC. I still work, belligerent. I'm a truck driver. If you can't find, Gabriel Taylor says, if you can't find peace within yourself, you won't find it anywhere. If you're uncomfortable around yourself, you need to fix that because in the end, you are the only one who can change yourself. Completely agree. Nicholas says, but I'm having trouble with my other parakeet type of name problem because one is Birdzilla and the other one's blank. Damn. Others can help and weigh in, but they can't actually change you. You have to make that. You absolutely do. I completely agree. And the thing is, you can look to others for guidance. You know, like that's why AA and NA are important when you're early in recovery, in my opinion, because just like you needed to learn how to be an alcoholic or an addict, more so with the addict. Alcoholic, like anybody can open up a beer and drink it or alcohol and drink it. With the substances, though, it's a little bit different in my opinion. And the way you look to others to develop that habit, you need to look to others to show you another way of living so that you don't continue down that path. Take it easy, JC. I don't know, Scott. I don't know. I hope not too soon, but for a good names, but none of them caught my, and I still have a female bird name. I think JC got banned. He just got timed out a lot of times on Sunday night. Okay. Scott Hernandez, I think so, because if you look at the signs in the Bible, it says when the world becomes corrupt. Okay. JC says, it's been a week since I had a beer and I'm dying over here. Stay strong, brother. What's up, Cora? How you doing tonight? She says, hey, Dad, sorry I'm late. Just got home from the grocery store. Well, I'm glad you made it and I'm glad you're able to tap in. Any good names can you let me know? So you got Birdzilla. Geez, I don't know. I've never had birds, so I'm probably not the best one to take a shot at that. But yeah, so it is cold and windy here. A couple days ago it was like 90 degrees, 95 degrees. Now it's 50 and windy. Pookie would be a good name, says Ezekiel. That's an interesting one. Definitely. Is Polly is that a parakeet name? Like, that's the first thing that came to mind. I think we're closer than ever with all the wars, natural catastrophes, deaths, fires, and illness. Yeah. What's up, Alaskan Adventures? Chirpy, Sammy, Sissy, Pookie, I don't know. Yeah. Have you looked up Warplay yet? No, I've been on live the whole time, Mason. Has anyone ever finished taking a shower, then immediately have to drop a deuce? That's a rough problem right there. Does Polly want a cracker? Wow. If you guys are new here, be sure to subscribe. Hit that like button. Do me that favor if you would. If you're enjoying the content. Despot. Because my parents gave me just because one of my old friends are doing something that was just not nice to do. Okay. Warplay is streamer safe. Yeah, I'll check it out once we're done with the live. Definitely. So, yeah, that's kind of what we're doing tonight. Good name would be Pantera. Because I have one female and one male, and I'm trying to find a name for the female. Come on, guys, drop some comments. Mason Perkins says, don't lie to me. About what, Mason? Am I lying to you, or is it the chat? I don't know. I'm not sure. You're not being completely clear there. They were beating me up in my sleep. Stuff. Name for a female would be Pantera. Name the bird Pandora. What's up, Nintendo? Dead Pedo, I think that says upside down. It says I'm dead homies. What's up, Dead Pedo? Of course, there's another good name would be D's. LOL. Pantera. Oh, we've got all kinds of names in the chat. Just a matter of making a decision, I guess. I don't know. I feel like you're being a little aggressive right now, Mason. I'm a man of integrity and honor. If I say I'm going to do something, then my intention is to do so. But at the same time, I don't need you doing that, okay? So take it easy, brother. Take it easy. Let's go outside and have a cigarette. Yeah, maybe it's a possibility I will forget. You know what? Watch one of my videos and drop it in the comment section, and that will be a reminder to me. I guess I'll name the thing. I'll name the I'm thinking about it.
Babe, we go early, you go practice and come back and forth.
Okay. You put that in the comments before, Mason? I haven't noticed that. Have you ever had the opportunity to... Going to say that wrong. Okay, I don't know what the heck McChicken Madness is saying. Yeah. Gertie? Hey, if you're gonna spam the chat with stuff I can't see, then you're gonna get a timeout, okay? Check because I heard flapping around. Yeah, I don't know what you were saying, McChicken Madness, but if you're gonna spam with stuff that I can't read, then ain't no sense in it, you know? Well, as the numbers go up a little bit in the chat, it seems as though the trolls just try to take over, man. What's up, the weed? Blessings to you as well. So yeah, it's Monday night. The chat is off the hook. Anybody got any questions or legitimate comments? Because one of my birds tried to get out the cage. I'm all over the place with my music, Scott. What is it? Give me a quick second, guys. I gotta set the phone down for just a minute. I'll be right back. Let you guys look at the time. Is that what you're hearing from the live? Yeah. That's pretty wild, huh? When are you going to look up Warplay? Well, I mean, I would have to end the live to do so because I'm on my phone. But I already told you that I will. You're going to have to take my word on that, Mason. Yeah, there were. What the hell is this? It says Super Bear Adventure. Do I like punk rock? I'm not really into the punk rock scene. Boy, it looks like everybody left. I'm showing one in the chat. Now I'm showing two. Everybody put a comment. Let's start counting. Let's see how many people are in here. Start with one, and let's see how far it goes. Chorus number one. Sexy Latina put number 2, but she's really number 1. Ezekiel's number 3. Oh, wow. Yeah. All right. It's showing 10 now, but only 7 likes. Don't you people like me? Come on, smash that like button. She really is number 1, yes. Clint Sanders says, I'm going to smash you. Ooh, I'm so scared. Please, Clint, don't hurt me. Fucking lame. Come on now. What the fuck is going on? That's good, Nicholas. That's good. All right, guys. Back into the seat. Looks like Stormy wants to join us again. Say hi to the people over here, Stormy. Look. Look. Say hi. G was on last night, Cora. How do you deal with trauma, Bobby? Thank you, Vincent. I appreciate that. With trauma, that's a tough one, you know, depending on what the trauma is. But you definitely have to realize that, you know, whatever happened, it probably wasn't your fault. So that's a good way of, you know. My dog is, I believe she's 6. She's a little older. But yeah, trauma can definitely be difficult. Trauma can definitely lead to alcoholism and addiction, you know. Working the 12 steps to recovery really helped me with a lot of the trauma that I had in my life. And it made me realize that, you know, some of the things that happened, you know, I take ownership of the things that I was responsible for, but I let go of the things that I wasn't responsible for, you know. My mom has really bad anxiety because one of our dogs went missing. Yeah, our dogs are like family, you know, so I can completely understand that one, Nicholas. You know, those are my other babies. Good, Bobby, I appreciate you letting me be a part of the mod family. Of course, Ezekiel. Of course. And you've been doing a fine job, so thank you. Shout out to you, Ezekiel. And shout out to the other mods as well, to Cora, to Q, to Ramona, and to whatever Jake is going by these days. Jake is my son.
I don't know what you're going by.
Yeah.
It's still what? Tunnel digger in the water?
So apparently Jake goes by Tunnel Digger in the Water. I'm from Southern California, Vincent. Yeah, Ezekiel says shout out to all the mods. And she was a brown sharp hat. We haven't found her. Oh man, I'm sorry to hear that, Nicholas. Yeah, that sucks. Vincent says, I'm in Texas. I'm a rancher in South Texas. That's cool. Hard-working man, I would imagine. Now that's labor-intensive stuff there. But rewarding at the same time, I would imagine, you know? Nah, I don't, Vincent. I don't. What up, Nitro Bob? Hey, John Hip, how you doing? Long time no see. I hope you're doing well. Yeah, so been kind of a long day today. Do me a favor, guys, hit that like button. If you're new in here, subscribe. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that, John. What's up, Nitro Bob? Nitro Bob is back. Yes, he is. Haven't seen Joel in a while. If you're out there, Joel, let us know you're doing all right, brother. even if you had a misstep, it happens, you know, like I had probably a half a dozen relapses before I finally got it right, you know. It was one of my favorite dogs. Yeah, yeah, dogs, they're such loyal beings, you know. Yeah. Nitro Bob says, all good, busy. Yeah, I seen you last night. Gotta go take, stay blessed, Vincent. Shout out to you, appreciate you tapping in. Subscribe if you haven't already. I got tons of videos up on addiction recovery, where my addiction took me, war stories from county jail and prison, and you know, I got the first 9 steps to my recovery are up. Hopefully those are helpful if you're dealing with something. So, you know, if you are doing that, I'd prefer you don't tell me, okay? I don't need to know. Oh my Lord. So, anyways, I think we're gonna wrap it up here shortly, guys. It seems like a pretty quiet night. The chat's been wild, but kind of all over the place. We put flyers out everywhere going down the road, checking multiple dog shelters, and they said don't give us a call. They'll give us a call if they find anything, but almost 2 or 3 years went. But I'm sorry to hear that, bro. What's up, Steve Kerb? What you do here, man? We talk about addiction, recovery, and sometimes people. If there's juicy stuff out there, like dude got stabbed today in prison. Tory Lanez got stabbed in Tehachapi. I'm almost 100% certain that was on an SNY yard, but yeah, dude got hit 14 times, got airlifted out, both of his lungs collapsed. Prison is not the place to be, guys. I'll tell you. Yeah, we'll try to keep it till we get to an hour. Reed Henderson says, I found many people in prison who like to actually do artistic things. Yeah, you'd be surprised how talented some people in prison are. A lot of really smart individuals. There's some big dummies too, don't get it twisted. But some of the drawing skills and stuff like that are incredible. And just the means of communication that are established are downright genius, you know? So, yeah, it's something else. Because it's the only dog that helped us with going through the tough time. Yeah, I'm sorry you lost your dog, bro. When did he get stabbed? Because I didn't hear about that. It was today. It was today in Tehachapi. Ricky Bobby. Prison is not a joke. Yeah, he got hit 14 times. I know a lot of other YouTubers did content on it. I'm not really too familiar with Tory Lanez, so I did not do a video on it. But yeah, Tehachapi's mostly protective custody inmates, so I'm assuming it was a protective custody yard. There was some speculation that it was a Hispanic guy that hit him. So that further tells me that it's probably on a PC yard. From what I was able to gather, they had to airlift him out. They took him to a hospital in Bakersfield. From Tehachapi, that's a ways off. So, yeah, Tory Lanez the rapper. Absolutely, Nicholas. Prison is scary because it holds multiple of the most dangerous criminals in the world, yes. off of Alcatraz? That's a good question, Reed. I don't know. I don't know. Went to prison and they got stabbed by loaded inmates. Yeah, you know what? The thing about prison is all about respect. Even the slightest idea that somebody disrespected you can lead to violence. And in the time I was doing time in California, you know, if it was another race that had that slight towards you, you kick off the whole yard, you know, and now you got, you know, dozens, if not hundreds of men trying to kill each other. And then a lockdown for a year, you know, so that's cool, Reed. How was that? I know they do those tours up there. Yeah, it's a trip. It used to be, Alcatraz was like the ADX in Florence, Colorado. Um, like the highest security spot, and then those guys allegedly escaped and they shut the place down. So now jail and prison, none of that stuff. It's for the birds, man. Think about seeing that and thinking you're stuck there. Sheesh. What's up, Brock? Who's Steve? What's up, Hito 10? Hey, Steve, is that corn? I have no idea what that means. No idea. I hope everybody's doing well, though. I'm from Southern California, Hito. I just figured out my first way to make money, start mowing lawns. Yeah?
The only guy who's gonna transfer the food to the cabinet.
Lift the darkness off of
Yeah.
your life, brother. I do lift to Jesus. And shout out to India. Hope you guys are doing well over there. I hear there's military conflict going on, so hope you guys are well. Alright, so now we're about to walk outside again. But I have to get a cigarette. Yeah.
No way. Not you.
Ezekiel says he got stabbed in the back of the head 2 times. He is breathing on his own. Is that, are you talking about Tory Lanez? Yeah, he got hit. They're saying he got hit 14 times. That's a lot, depending on what type of weapon was used. Not all shanks are created equal, you know what I mean? So, I am not a millionaire. No, I wish I was a millionaire. Yeah, you should definitely do that, Nicholas. You could make some pretty good money doing that, especially if you do good work, you know? Becky Tax says, what broke you? I was addicted to methamphetamine for about 15 years. And basically, I was broken when I was an addict. But now it's all about the transformation. It's Broken Bobby's transformation. I'm a recovering addict. I have 20 years clean. And that's what my message on here is about. It's about, you know, finding recovery and remaining sober. So I appreciate your question, though. All right, guys, if you have any last minute questions, go ahead and drop them in the chat now. I think right around that 1 hour mark, we're going to shut it down. Gwen says, how long have you been sober? I got clean on August the 9th of 2004. So I'm coming up on 21 years. Yeah, well, if you start making a little bit of money with it, Nicholas, you can upgrade your equipment. You know, I am a veteran. I am not sober, but congratulations. Appreciate that. The like button. What's stopping you from getting sober, bro? Are you just not ready? I went to jail. I went to jail and prison over drug-related incidents, possession for sales, possession, and some other crimes that came along with that. Oh, life is amazing now. You know, I mean, the thing is, sober, getting high, life is gonna happen. Life's gonna happen on life's terms. But at least I have a clear head to navigate the murky waters now, I guess you would say, of life. Yeah, God is definitely watching over me. I appreciate that. And I hear you, like button. He says, I am not ready to let go of things in my life. I have gone to jail not for possession but other things. Yeah, you know, and I mean that's a good honest answer. You know, if you're not ready, nobody else can get you ready. You have to be ready. They say you have to hit that rock bottom. I hit several rock bottoms, if I'm being honest. But you know, you have to make that decision for yourself. And when you're ready, you'll be ready. You know. So, shout out to you. Yeah, and thanks. Tell him thank you for his service. Appreciate that. I missed your comment. Uh, Tory Lanez definitely had to piss someone off because he has been in prison for 5 years and he has been fined until now, which makes no sense. Well, you know, the thing about California prison, Ezekiel, is, you know, you could be in there for decades and never have an issue, and then you do all of a sudden, you know. So yeah, he definitely, somebody felt disrespected, or uh, you know, somebody politicked on him, and that's the kind of stuff that happens, you know. So uh, Scotty, you're a dumbass. I'm just gonna say that. The like button says, I'm living out of a Nissan Cube. I am at rock bottom, but I just can't let go. What's stopping you? I mean, if you want to talk about that. All of that stuff I saw on YouTube of people like soldiers in war and stuff that seems scary when you have to shoot guns and stuff. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I completely agree. And I know some people that are, uh, you know, retired military and, um, you know, like a lot of those guys, they come back and they're not the same, you know? It's unfortunate. They ramp you up to be a soldier, but they don't ramp you back down to be a civilian. And that's something that I don't think our government and military does very well. Uh, the like button says, it's like holding broken glass. I know it will never be fixed and it will only hurt me. Yeah, I hear you, brother. Well, maybe you might want to try to find a meeting or something in your area and just go check it out and see what you think, you know? I mean, if it's not for you, it's not for you. Understood. But maybe, just maybe you'll hear something that will change your life, you know? Well, that sucks that people treated you that way, Nicholas. I'm sorry to hear that. I am a Marine. I got out, but all I want is to go back. Yeah, I hear you. Jason C. will not see anymore. Bye-bye, you dumbass. What's up, Andreas? Hope you're doing well, brother. We're just getting a little Monday Night Live in, you know. Oh my. Kind of makes sense, don't it, Ezekiel? With a name like the like button, you gotta smash it, bro. You gotta smash that like button. Money to get a PS5. That's my goal, was mowing. Oh, that's cool. That's a good goal to have, bro. And you'll get there, you know? You'll get there. Just keep doing what you're doing. You'll be all right. Don't let ridiculous people get under your skin. They're not worth your time. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Why are you Broken Bobby? It's actually Broken Bobby's transformation, that guy. I was broken. I was addicted to drugs for about 18 years of my life. And in that time, I was very broken. And I wanted everybody else to be broken too. But I have transformed my life, and it looks like Stormy wants to be a part of the show again, so. All right, girl. All right. So let's see what, I can't remember. Okay, you know what? You gotta stop, all right? Look, say hi to the people. Look, over here. Look over here. Look over here. Stormy can be kind of persistent. You're a good girl. All right, come on, get down now. Get down now. Get down now. I am always on edge. I am always angry, and you don't have to smash the like button. A gentle tap works. You're right about that like button. I agree. Can I do a backflip real quick? No. Appreciate that guy. Well, why don't you just pay me $100, Ezekiel? You're gonna pay everybody else for my actions? Well, that don't seem right. Get money, get better equipment, and go to yards that has long grass. Absolutely. That guy says, I've worked with a lot of drug addicts. Only a few ever make it totally clean and never go back. Yeah. And to be honest with you, you know, I have time under my belt, but, you know, I have to take precautions in my life in order to not put myself in situations where I could fall back, because I'm an addict, you know? So, Nicholas says, what type of dog is that? Because I'm just wondering, I might want to get one of those when I get my own small house. That is a Australian healer, cattle dog. So, yeah, I love that breed. Oh, so everyone else was going to get $100, but I'm going to get a big hug, huh? Well, that don't seem fair, Ezekiel. Come on, Ezekiel. Do you ever get cravings, Bobby, or are you over that? The alcohol don't bother me. The drugs, I don't necessarily get cravings, but at the same time, you know, like I said, I don't put myself in situations where that could possibly come up. So I guess the answer is no, but, you know, I don't rule it out. So therefore, I don't put myself in those situations. That guy says, I think it starts with the people you surround yourself with. Good luck in your journey. I appreciate that guy. And I appreciate you tapping in. No, I ain't trying to do no damn backflip. I am glad to see someone clean and bettering themselves. I appreciate that like button. Yeah, and Sexy Latina says she requires a lot of room to run because she has so much energy. Yeah, those dogs are very energetic. No doubt about it. Gotcha. What's up, Scarub? Hope you're doing well. Ain't like bulldogs and a German Shepherd like one of the most dangerous dogs in the world. Yeah. When is the next Batman game coming out? don't know about that. I'm not really into the games, playing the games anymore, so maybe Scarecrow can answer that question for you. But, yeah, so I think we're gonna wrap it up here in the next few minutes. Like I said, if anybody's got any last minute questions, go ahead and drop them. Somebody say that because I'm not trying to break a hip, right? If I do a backflip, I'm gonna be laying on the ground holding the phone up. Tropics of Neptune says, I have an important question for you. Okay, ask wisely, Tropics of Neptune. Because usually when somebody says that, there's some trolling stuff coming. If I got shrunk down to the size of a penny, would you please let me live in your house and look out for my well-being? Oh, look at Matt C. Another dumbass. Plus they are the most aggressive. Yeah, those dogs are aggressive. If you got Tropics of Neptune, if you got shrunk down to the size of a penny, you would probably end up in my penny jar and end up in the Coinstar machine. Asked that question in a job interview yesterday. Oh, really? What kind of job were you going for? That's an interesting question. I attempted that once and it wasn't fun. I got sent to the ER. Yeah, like I am not into that gymnastics type of stuff. None of that stuff. Nope. So, anyways, do me a favor, guys, hit that like button while you're in here. And if you're new here, be sure to subscribe. We're going to keep bumping this channel up, and I will do my best to have some content out for you guys this week. Or you see yourself in 2 years. Can I come to the next family cookout? That's a long commute, Ezekiel. But what's the time I pick up the coins from the Coinstar machine because he didn't look at the coin return? Huh, yeah. Some people don't, and there ends up being a bunch of coins down there, huh? All right, guys. Well, I will do my best to get some content out to you guys this week. I'm sorry it was a bad week, brother Nicholas. It looks like I'm showing 16 likes on mine. I appreciate that, Tropics of Neptune. That's good stuff. Yeah, I do my best, you know. I appreciate you tapping in, though, definitely. What's up, Far? Let's see how we're looking on time. Oh, we're at like 50% on the phone now. Yeah, we're gonna have to wrap it up regardless here pretty soon. Don't look at the mountain, just start climbing, right? Nicholas says at least get to 20 likes or more. So hit that like button, guys. Tap that like button, as the like button said. Man, Ezekiel's wrapping me up here, huh? What's up, Garrett? How you doing tonight? Make sure you guys subscribe if you're new. This channel is about sobriety, recovery, and whatever gossip is going on the internet I might tap in on, you know? I hope you have a good day or night, because right now it's nighttime for me. Yeah, it's nighttime for me as well, Nicholas, and I wish you the same, brother. You have a good one. Yeah, let's go ahead and wrap it up, guys. Remember, it's about the company that you keep. If, you know, what are your thoughts on Celebrate Recovery? To be honest with you, I'm not familiar with Celebrate Recovery, but if they're trying to help people in their journey to recovery, then I definitely support that. You know, but like I said, I'm not real familiar with that. So I'll have to check that out. It's faith-based AA. Okay, yeah, then that should be a good thing, I would think. You know, what's up, Tiago? All right, guys, so just remember, it's about the company that you keep. If you hang around a bunch of people that are killing it, you're probably going to be killing it too. If you're hanging around a bunch of people that are not doing so well, then there it is there, right? Never trust any website you're not familiar with because you don't know. Yeah, exactly. All right, guys, so family, fitness, and freedom, those are the things that allow me to get my life together, and they can help you as well. And so I like that, Adam. He says, God, give me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. That's very good stuff. Very good stuff. If you live by words, then you will find success, in my opinion, you know? All right, guys. I'll leave you with this. It might seem like an impossible thing to accomplish, but you can definitely do it. I believe in you. It's just a matter of putting one step in front of the other, and eventually you'll be surprised at how far you've come. You know, so why do you want to be spanked? Like button. Adam says, I'm not a mod, y'all, it's just an emoji. Good stuff, buddy. All right, guys, do me a favor, hit that like button on the way out. If you have not subscribed yet, then subscribe to the channel. Check out my playlist, and somebody hit the like buttons button. Anyways, guys, don't look at the mountain. Just start climbing, as Ezekiel said. All right, have a good one, guys. See you next time. Man, that was the most people we had in there.